Hello, Ria. How are you, my dear? So I am just a few minutes early here coming in to make sure my internet is going to actually be working. I don't know what the heck the deal is lately, but my internet has not been cooperating during the day. Now, really odd, but the internet will work fine during the evening, but all day long it is so slow, it is so grainy. I don't understand what is going on. Again, can't wait for us to get moved because that's what my mom said today. She came down here, she goes, well, my internet's working fine. I go, well, of course it is. So I was like, well, last week I already had to cancel. I'm not canceling this week. If the video is a little bit grainy, I apologize. Um, there's really nothing I can do about it. We have the strongest internet for as rural as we are. So it just is going to have to be what it is. And again, I apologize. Normally my videos are not grainy. This is not a normal thing. It's just since I've been doing these YouTube lives during the day, obviously something's going on and internet connections are being slowed down during the day. And I know I did hear that in the past that internet connection was going to be slower. My daughter's alarm was going off. It's time for her medication. So I will have to run out and give that. Or actually, you know what? I'll just give it to her in a little bit. We're not going to be that crazy long during this. So I am Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn. You can find my store at shopdannygarola.com. Also, if you want to see how to cut everything, score everything, this video will be posted on my blog. It is stampinthepinkbarn.com. You will be able to go over there. You're going to have to give me probably at least 2 hours to get everything written up, photos taken, all that good stuff of this super cute little box. I know I told you guys on Monday that we were going to be making this box today. I am calling this the birthday card box organizer. So as you can see, it's got the different months in here. It's even got the little, the days of the month that you can add your people's names in there for their birth date. So then you can keep all your cards organized in here. So like this, I just made this birthday card using that brand new set that is inside of the new January catalog that is called Alphabet a la Mode. So this right here, I could say, okay, so I do know I have some people, some birthdays coming up in January. I can set that card right behind that little tag there. And then come January, I can look and I can go, okay, I've got birthdays this day, this day, this day, this day. And then I've got my little cards already behind here, organized, ready to go. I just have to slip them in an envelope and out the mail they go. So this is really cool. I was also thinking that just to keep myself even more aware, I could actually circle the days in the month that I know I've got cards in here. Now, this box is only so wide. So if you know you've got a year that is just jam-packed full of birthdays, they're not all gonna fit in here. So my other suggestion was you can either do this in 3-month increments. You can do it in 1-month increments. These things all come out and I just have them staggered because that's how I want to see them in here. If you don't like staggered, you can do them however you want them. But I'm going to completely assemble this box and show you how to make one of these. So I just want you guys to see that there are tabs for each one of the month. Now, that being said, I am going to attach a PDF over on the blog that you can print off the PDF. You'll have each one of the, and we're going to actually cut the first months because this one I had already had made, but for the one that we're going to make, we're going to do that. I order my little calendars through Tailored Expressions. They're the little mini calendars, so they're just little pull-offs. So yeah, So I just definitely want you guys to see what we are going to be creating today, because I know when I showed it on Monday, there was a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, I definitely want to know how to make that. So that's what we are going to do today. Woo woo! All right, so as you can see, we are here, Coffee and Cards, my YouTube live every Thursday. Today is the 22nd, so we've just got a couple days left until Christmas. So that's pretty darn exciting. So we have, that means we've also got just about a week and a half left, or maybe possibly 2 weeks, closer to 2 weeks left for you guys to go ahead and get those last chance products ordered. So I want to make sure that I don't forget to tell you that. Now, when you place an order with me, I thought I moved this to the front, but I didn't. When you place an order with me, or and use my host code, make sure you put this host code in, and you will be receiving an extra added bonus gift in the month of December. I will be sending you a 40 pack of assorted 6x6 designer series paper. So that's super fun. You can get some extra added bonuses during the month of December, as long as you use this host code right here. So just want you guys to know that, because I know you guys are going to be placing those orders for that last chance stuff. You definitely want to get in on that, because the closer that it gets to January 4th, when that ends, the faster things are going to start slowly disappearing, because once they're gone, they're as supplies last. So once they're done, they're done. We can't get any more of them. Right now we have the Key to My Heart Paper Pumpkin Kit in rotation. This started December 11th and it'll go through January 10th. You can subscribe to this. I will put it in the description of this video. You can also see it in any of my postings for my blog. You can also read about it that way. But this is called Key to My Heart. So this one is going to be for our January kit. This is going to be for sending out Valentine's cards to those people you love. So it says, send your love to those you care about with a handmade card. Let love in this season and get just what you need to make crafts filled with sweetness in our all-exclusive kit. This month's kit includes everything you need to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes. Whew, that was too many numbers there. A special love-themed photopolymer stamp set, which is exclusive to these kits. You cannot order them any other way. 1 fresh freesia ink spot, which is your little ink pad. A unique padlock and key die cut that can mix and match to create something heartfelt. And then also this month, we're going to have the add-on box as well. These make these little heart-shaped boxes that are super cute for holding little trinkets or candy or whatever you choose to put inside of them. The coordinating colors for those boxes is petal pink and gold foil. It's going to come with 10 heart-shaped boxes with 10 key-shaped stickers. So those are really cute. Also, I have open now in my over on my blog. It's open for registration. The January-April mini catalog, the 2023 mini catalog paper share is now available. So you can go ahead and register for that. I don't ship those until the I think it's the second week or the third week in January is when I start shipping those, because I will order it like the second week of January. All the dates, everything, all the paper that is included in my paper share is all over on my blog. If you go across the top of the blog, hit the paper share and it will take you right in, so you can see, hello Dawn, so you can see what is included in those paper shares. Again, a couple, weeks just left for you to get the fitting florets. Now, I do know that the embellishments are no longer available. Those are gone. The framed florets stamp set along with the framed florets bundle are being carried over into the January catalog, but all the little goodies and awesome accessories that go with it are only as until supplies last or until January 4th, and then it's going to be no longer. So the paper and the extra framed and festive stamp set are only available now. But again, the embellishments are bye-bye. So again, don't forget to use my host code so you can get yourselves that free little pack of designer series paper. It's going to be an assorted pack, so that's pretty awesome. You get an extra added bonus when you're shopping with me. I just actually, my mom just walked in the door with my Stampin' Up box that I ordered with my pre-order stuff. I will show you guys on Monday that, because I hope I didn't lose you guys. Are you guys still there? I don't know what, my alarm keeps going off and it won't let me just shut the darn thing off. I forgot that I set, even though I have my do not disturb on, the alarm goes off just because that's how it works. So let me show you guys what I was talking about for the PDF. So it is going to come in 2 different fonts. I have already put the other ones together here, so you don't have to watch me punch all 12 of these out, and you're actually going to punch out 24 of the scalloped. Now this is using the double oval with your color. You're gonna do 2 coordinating colors, but I'll show you as we get there. But you're gonna need 24 of these because you're gonna do 1 in the front and 1 in the back, if you choose. I didn't do it on this one, so I can show you the difference. It just kind of more completes it if you feel or you wish to do it that way. Otherwise, you don't have to put 1 on the back and save yourself some paper. But I just want to show you the 2 different fonts that it's going to be a PDF for you. Hello, Kay. So you can absolutely see the difference between those 2 if you like that more scripty look, or if you like just the plain font. Also, I was telling you, so it's going to be an 8-page PDF over there. So what I want to tell you guys is you need to print this out on like a heavy cardstock. I am actually using, I buy these big thick packs off of Amazon of thick white cardstock for stuff like this. So I'm going to show you how to cut these down so we can attach these. And like I said, the other sheet with the other font, I have already used my double oval and punched those out. So what I did is I just cut these right in half down here, and then I slide my double oval up over that, and then I just punch those out. But obviously this is too thick. So just to show you how I do that. Okay, so let me move those out of the way because we're going to deal with that a little bit later. Let's get down to exactly what we need for this project. So you're going to need a base piece, which is going to be, you're going to want to pick out what color designer series paper you're going to want to use. Like for this one, I use, now these, both of these patterns here are in that new Hostess set, or no, it's not in a Hostess set. I fibbed. It's actually part of our Sale-a-bration. It is a level 2 pack of paper. So that means that when you spend $100, now you have to wait until January 5th is when this starts, that you can get this paper. You can't get it right now because it is not live to the general public unless you're a demonstrator. Then you can actually purchase that. You can actually get this as your Sale-a-bration item because we're able to pre-earn Sale-a-brations items right now. So this pack of paper has, I think it's 48 sheets of designer series paper in it. It is a huge paper pack. Very, very amazing colors for our spring, Easter, that kind of stuff. There's just some gorgeous colors in this paper pack. And again, like I was saying, it's a huge paper pack. You get 48 sheets in this. Again, that is part of Sale-a-brations. Just so I let you guys know that, so you know where this paper pack is coming from, since you're probably looking through the catalog going, where's that paper from? Well, that's why it's not in there yet. It's in that Celebrations brochure. So I have decided for this one, I went with this pattern here, but today I am going to do from that same paper pack, I'm going to actually mix it up, and I'm going to alternate the colors, the coordinating colors in this. So I am going to use the Petal Pink, and I'm going to be using my Calypso Coral for my actual parts of the months. And the Calypso Coral will be like, see how the green back here is kind of just that little pop of difference there. So these are my two color choices. So the main card base that you need to make the box, this is 9 1/4 by 8 1/2. And let me move these out of the way so I don't wind up losing them. And we need our scoring blade, our paper trimmer here. So on this base, we are going to turn it. So now we are on the 9 1/4 side up at the top. So what we need to do is we need to take this piece and we are going to do some scoring. So we need to score at 4 1/2. So with that scoring blade, now with that score, since we're scoring on cardstock, you want to push kind of a little bit deeper than you would if you're using designer series paper. If you're using designer series paper, do not push down hard on your scoring blade. Otherwise you'll kind of cut right through that paper. Okay, then we're going to move it over to 5 3/4. And I got to find my little scoring tool because it just fell out of my blade, or out of my trimmer here. Then we're going to move it down to 5 3/4, and we're going to score again. Okay, so you're going to see these two score lines, and one side is going to be a little bit bigger than the other side. All right, that's what you want to see. I don't know, hopefully you can see those lines. All right, then I'm going to flip it to the 8 1/2 inch side, and we are going to score this at 1 1/4. So it's pretty much going to be 1 1/4 on, oh, dang it. My scoring tool keeps falling out. It's going to be 1 1/2, or no, 1 1/4 on each end. So I can put it in this way and do 1 1/4. I could simply flip this and do that again. Or if I wanted to keep it like this, that measurement would be 7 1/4. Okay, that is the scoring that we need. So you're going to have these two little boxes right here, these two little thin with your score lines in the middle. And that's exactly what you need this to look like. You are going to grab a pair of your scissors, snips, whatever. And on these two lines right here, you want to go up and cut both of those lines in. So that is your 2 center one, but you're going to stop at that 1 1/4 line. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. Now, this is completely optional. I like to do this because it makes your box go together a little bit better. But I like to do these little shims in here. So you just kind of make these little tiny wedges all the way up to that score line. So now when you go to tape these with your tear and tape, it will not be goofy and have some extra bulk in those corners to make it just not stand up correctly. So no rhyme or reason how much you cut off there, just enough to make it like that. So now you're going to fold in on all of those score lines. I'm going to burnish that to make that nice and flat. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. Then I'm going to come up and do the smaller one, which the smaller one is going to be the front. And then the bigger one on the back is going to be the back of it. So when it stands up, see how when it stands up on the flush bottom, the back is a little bit higher than the front. That's so we can see those little round month tags in there. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tear and tape and I'm going to run some tear and tape right here on this little tab on the inside. My bird is out there making so much noise. Okay, just like that. Now, if you're a demonstrator, these are great to give to your team members. It's just a little thank you gift for being on your team. These are awesome for that. And they don't really take much time. Now, they are a paper eater as far as when it comes to the inside little flaps, but nonetheless, they would be highly appreciated by your team members, or by your, team members. Okay. So I'm going to pull that out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that and I am going to place it on the outside of my back and push that in. So this little tab is going to be pretty much the inside of in between my two layers like this. See? So then you won't see that little tab because since we just placed it in the middle, because you don't really want to be able to see that because you want it to be nice and look like it is all flush here. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like that. And then I'm going to take some tear and tape and go on this side. You can either put it here or on the inside here. I just find it easier to put it here because then I'm not going to go too long over here because then I can keep it the same length. And I do advise using tear and tape for this so your box does not come apart because you are going to have some girth in there with adding all those birthday cards. Ah, geez Louise, that really didn't want to tear. And I'm at an awkward angle as well. Okay, so I'm just going to pull off the backing off of these. So if you're more comfortable with putting your, decorating your box before you put it together, you can absolutely do it that way. I like to see my finished box before I decorate it, just so I can see how it's going to fit on there. But again, that is completely your discretion on how and when you want to place that on there. So then I'm just going to take this piece here and just make sure I get even with that whole side. And then I take it and I lay it on my desk and then I push that down. So I make sure that I'm getting a very nice seal with that tape. Okay, again, going to do the same thing over here. Making sure that I push down on this side. Okay, now there is our box. Simple as that. Very easy, very quick, didn't take much. Now this is where you've got some options as well. So on this box here, you can see that I have made these sides at an angle. Now you don't have to do that. You can leave it completely straight like this. Again, completely your discretion. But I just like kind of that look of it being cut off. So you just take your scissor and just cut down to the corner, just like that. Doing the same thing over here, going up to that corner. Just like that. You'll have these two little extra pieces and those are just garbage. So see, it just kind of gives it more of a little finished look on there. So our box is done. Now we need to decorate the outside of our box. So I ordered these, I think I had ordered did I order a 10 pack? I think I might have ordered a 10 pack or an 8 pack or something of these Tailored Expressions little tags. And I think it was like, I don't know, I think it was like $6 for all of them. You get all these little tear off calendars, and I just use tear and tape and I put those down. So I'll show you that, but I just want to show you the little calendars here. And so for our next piece that we need, I am choosing, because of the colors in this, I really like that Calypso Coral with that petal pink. This piece here is going to go on the front of our card. This is 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. Then I cut another piece of that Designer Series paper. This piece is 3 1/8 by, or no, this is, yeah, 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. Oh, I didn't cut that right. Hold on. I gotta recut that. I didn't do it long enough. So what did I just say? 3 1/8 right here. By 5/8, by 5 5/8, not 3/8. That's where I screwed up. So I need 5 5 5/8, not 5 3/8. That's what I did wrong. Much better. That's what we needed. Okay, that's just going to get glued right onto that piece. Yes, it does look finished when you cut those edges. Absolutely. Yeah, it gives it more of a cleaner kind of, you know, yeah, exactly what you said, finished. Okay, so there is our front piece. Then I have another little piece of Calypso Coral. This is going to be, I think this is the 3 1/8 by 2 3/8. So 3 1/8 by 2 3/8. Okay. And then I'm just going to put my calendar right there on that. So using tear and tape, which you don't have to use tear and tape on this part. I just do because of the fact that you're going to be tearing off that calendar. They come off easily, so it's not like it's going to be a lot of yanking, but nonetheless, just to secure that down a little bit better, I just run those 2 strips across there. Okay, that is going to get centered right on my little mat there. So you see that color behind there. That's going to go on there. But first, I want to grab, let me see, do I have any? I don't think I have any Calypso Coral, and I don't think I have any petal pink. There used to be a petal pink, which was this right here, but this is no longer sold. But you know what? I'm going to use it anyways, just because. And I know a lot of you guys probably still have some of this. But what I'm going to do is go this way, actually. Okay, then I'm going to fix this bow because that's pretty goofy. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to keep that like that. And then cut this off. And it's still a little long, but I'll fix that later, just so you guys get the idea. And then I'm just going to tape this down. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to use dimensionals. That's right. Because I want that to pop up. I want that to pop up over that ribbon. So I'm going to put 2 up here and 2 down here, and then that ribbon's just going to sit nicely right in between that. Okay, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to take this and kind of just pick that bow up because I want it to be not quite centered, but still looking just like that. Okay, and then because that bow is not attached to anything, I can slide that over to get my placement better. Okay, this is now going to get glued right on the front of that. So you can use tear and tape or glue. I think the glue is going to work just fine on there. Okay, then you're just going to place that right on there on the front of that. Then you can have some wiggle room with the glue, and that's the other reason why I really like using my multi-glue, is because I have wiggle room. I can move things around, I can manipulate it, I can get it right in where I want it and get those margins correct on the sides. And then I just flip it and lay it down where that's facing the table, and then I can run my hands inside of there to make sure I get a nice adhesion with that glue. Okay, just like that. So my box is complete. Ouch. All right, then let's get to the little pockets here that we need to make. So I cut 6 of each different kind, different designer series paper. And so there's December, November, October, September, August, July, June, and there's May. So I'm going to set those aside and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do these. So for this, I'm just going to take these and I'm going to flip that over upside down, because watch how I put these together, because they're both the same size. So these are 4 by 5 1/4. The designer series paper and the thick white cardstock is both the same size, because all we're going to do is we're going to layer these together just like that. And again, using glue so I can get those right on. But I set it flush on my desk like this. Line both of those up by pushing on the desk. So then I have a nice, crisp, perfect lineup with those. Okay, so there's that one. And look, that one has a little smear on it, so we're going to cover it. Okay, there's the next one. Okay, so there's that. So like I said, I already did those other ones. So what I need to do is I need to get the 4 months put on these. So I will show you how I cut these down. So again, you're going to need your trimmer. So my little trick to doing these is, since I can't really see the line between here, I watch, because this is clear, I watch, and as soon as I know that I can see that line through there, I've gone too far. So I move it back just a skosh where I can't see it. Then I know it's behind this clear line, and it's going to give me just a really, really thin line between that. So it's not cut right on the black line. So again, I'm going to move it where I see the line in this, and then I'm going to move it back where right when that line disappears, then I know that I can cut it, and I'm going to have the same margins on both sides. Do the same thing on the bottoms. Then when I do the word part, I do it where right when I can see that top part of the J, and then I just bump it back where I don't. And then again, I know that I'm not cutting any of my words off. But then everything's staying pretty close to the same size. Now, because January's got more days, it's gonna have a longer, a bigger section than the February has, because February is a short month. Okay, and then we've got April here, and then we can get these adhered to our bases. Okay, so let's do January. Get that on there. Okay, and I'm gonna leave a bigger gap at the top than I do on the bottom, because I gotta be able to fit these little things up there. They're not gonna be very far in, but I still want to be able to leave that area for that. So just kind of eyeball these when you go to put your little calendar parts on there. Eyeball that and make sure that you still have a little bit of a lip to put that bottom portion onto your card piece here. Okay, February is a shorter one, so I'm going to kind of put that more in the center. Okay, March. All right, and then April. Okay. Keeping that just like that and centered. All right, so now all of those are done. I've got January through December, and they're all alternating in color. Now that one I didn't do alternating. I simply did those all the same paper. And I could get, because these pieces are 4 by 5.5, I could get 6 of those out of one designer series paper. So you're pretty much needing, for just these cards, you need 2 designer series paper. You're going to need some extra because you have this front piece here as well. Okay, so now what I do is I take my January, and this is where you've got to decide how you want them. I like them staggered like this, so you can figure out how you want them done. But I just take this and I move the January over to the very edge here, and then just put just a tiny little bit of glue on the bottom, because it's not going to take much, because that's going to stay right there. Okay, and then I need to make sure that is straight. Okay, like that. Now, this is where I said to punch out 24 of these. This is where you've got, again, choices whether or not you want to use that much paper or not. It used a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 to cut out, or no, I think I actually needed a little bit more than a full sheet to cut out 24 of those. But see here, I didn't finish the back of it. So I only cut out 12 of those. So you can decide how you want it. But let me show you what it looks like when it is finished, when you actually do 24 of them and you add these to the back. Okay, so there's more of, again, talking about that finished look. You've got it where it looks just like this, and you can still see the white down here, or you just finished it off by that. Completely your discretion. Is anybody really going to be looking at the back of it? I don't know. So save yourself some paper, I guess. All right, so I leave January here, and then I take February, because February is going to be in the middle. So I want to make sure that when I set March down, it's going to be behind that and to the edge of the side here. So I'm going to move February over where February is directly lined up with my February word on the little white part. So they're just going to a little bit overlap. And since our box is a little bit wider than these, when I put them in the box, I slide them out like this. And then the other one will come out just a little bit further. My March one will. So there's March. Oops, helps if I get it a little bit straighter. And I'll go back and I'll add those little tabs to it in a little bit, but the back tabs, because you guys are probably like, well, wait a minute, you said you're going to be adding the tabs to the back. I will, but I just wanted to show you the difference with or without, because you're not going to see them. You're not really going to see the underneath of that versus that one versus that one. But I put these in here backwards. So there we go. So that is what it's going to look like, and see how I said you can pull these kind of apart a little bit because you've got some wiggle room in there. So I've got my January, my February, my March already set up in there. And then I can just keep going from there and getting all my months done. So again, I'm going to start with my first one, putting that right to the edge. And for height-wise, you can actually take the other one and set it on top of there just to make sure that you're getting the same height. If that matters, if you want them to be all, you know, perfect in sync with each other. And then I'll take my May. Now you might be going, wait a minute, why are you doing it that way? That seems kind of cattywampus. You might have a very easy way of lining these things up and not being goofy like me, but this is just how I figured to do it, and it's what worked. For me. Okay, so I'm going to move that one up just a little bit. Okay, and then now I can go April, May, June, and then I can set those right behind these. So it's just like that. You're just going to keep putting those in there, lining them up so they all will be in there. And then you can take your card. Like, I know that I've got some of my customers and friends and stuff and other demonstrators that have birthdays in January that I send cards to. So during January, I would write in those people's names on this. You can actually, the line's quite long enough that you can actually add 2 names if you needed to. If you write small, you could probably actually fit 3 people's names in there if you know 3 people who have birthdays on the same day. Again, like I said, Since you've only got so much width behind here, you could probably fit quite a few cards in there, to be honest with you. Well, good. I'm glad that you love it, Dawn. It is very easy, very, like, it's just great to keep things organized. That's the way I feel about it, because I know that when, if I don't have it right in front of me to tell me, and I know Facebook alerts me, but not everybody that I know is on Facebook. So, when I do these, I can have it right in front of me, sitting on my desk. I can look the month before and be like, okay, I need to make sure that I get this many cards done for this month. And then know that the week before I need to get those cards sent out. Or if I'm really organized, I will get them done the month before and get those all done and get them in here ready to go for that, for those people's birthdays, so they can actually get their card ahead of time and be able to enjoy that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys give it a try. Please take pictures of your projects. We love to see what you guys come up with and how you fancy your box up. And show us over on Pink Barn Stampers group. That is my group exclusive for my followers. If you're not a part of that group yet, you can absolutely go over there and click that join button, and we will get you in that group. That is how we also submit our mystery stamping cards. So you can now start getting in on making mystery stamping, which is a lot of fun. You can actually win yourself a cute little gift from me every month, because I pick one winner of mystery stamping. So make sure you get your cards submitted. And so I hope you guys enjoyed these boxes, and you make some, give them as gifts, because they're great for a little gift giving. And again, you can decide how you want to fancy them up. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me for my coffee and cards. As you can see, my big, huge cup of coffee is sitting here waiting for me to drink. And you guys have a very, very, very Merry Christmas. I will be back here on the 26th. Oh, not here on YouTube, but I will be live on Facebook when I do my normal Monday Facebook Lives. So if you want to join in on that, you can actually go over to my events page on Facebook, and you can hit that going button, and it will give you a reminder when I am getting ready to go live. All right, you guys, have a very Merry Christmas, and thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.